The question of pricing is asked and how Caribpest prices. I want to use this opportunity to tell you how the treatment strategy is conducted and how the costing is constructed. We approach termites from a tropical point of view, not the North American standard. We have adopted a standard introduced by Professor Jaiman Singh and was introduced to the market when the chlorinated hydrocarbons were removed from the market. What has happened since is that we realized that because the formulations were not rising, the termites, they were not as effective as the formulations being used now. So the chlorinated hydrocarbons, once they were gone, the standards changed dramatically. Termites in Jamaica do not necessarily nest in the ground, and because of this, the North American standard, which is a cold climate standard, remember, North American homes are primarily made of plaster above ground, and the construction of the basement is mortar or bricks. Now in Jamaica, the construction is mainly bricks, blocks, beg your pardon, and the blocks are sometimes not filled properly. There are instances where, because the blocks are dark and humid, moist, this forms the ideal environment for termites to nest. We have called our termites here above nesting termites, above soil. And we have dubbed them here at Caribpest as above terranean termites, not subterranean, because of their ability to construct nests above ground. Termites attack a property, a structure, in three levels: the base, where it makes contact with the ground, the walls or the mid-wall treatments, and the upper roof level treatments. And unlike in America, that termites swarm primarily in the springtime, in Jamaica they swarm whenever it's moist, rains, or even when you're watering your garden. And they swarm into the home, and depending on what they find, remember, not unlike us when we pass our favorite restaurants, they can smell wood from quite a distance off. Now, when they do enter the house as rain flies, they disappear. They will fall to the ground, and if there are cracks in the ground, they will enter those cracks, pair up, start reproducing, and lay eggs. If there are cracks in the walls, behind your kitchen cupboards and so on, they do the very same thing. If they manage to make it in the roof by the light sockets, which is a favorite place of theirs, and the light socket is not seated and the silicone hasn't made it seamless, they will go behind the light sockets, or they will go behind the outlets in the walls, the plug outlets. And there they search until they locate an ideal environment that is damp enough, like in your bathroom, your kitchen cupboards, a roof that has a water tank or air conditioning ducts, a network of air conditioning ducts, pipes that run in the walls, anything that offers some kind of condensation. The pricing is layered as the treatment is layered, and depending on how it is determined that the termites have infested, that is how we structure the pricing. If we find that the termites were successful in establishing a nest in the walls, we treat all the walls. If they were successful in establishing nests in the base, and this doesn't necessarily mean in the ground, we will treat the base of the walls that leads into the ground. This brings up an important point here, that we can actually access under tiles without penetrating tiles by going through block pockets with a special machine that was designed by our parent company, that allows the drill to go through the wall at an angle and deposit the formulation in exactly the same place it would have deposited it had it been drilled vertically. So by drilling horizontally through the walls, we can deposit the formulation under the tiles on the other side of the wall without drilling the tiles. There are some trouble spots that we will have to consider on closer inspection, but I'll just move rapidly into the pricing. When a house is measured prior to the introduction of our standards, it was the base that was measured. But you have to remember that termites, the entire square footage of your home is vulnerable to termite nesting, and that includes the walls. Every wall that you have painted, the roof, and the base of the house. So the square footage protection that Caribpest offers is comprehensive. So every wall is configured, the treatment is factored to take in the walls, the roof, and the base. If we are satisfied that the treatment is restricted to the walls, the price is $10 per square foot. If we are satisfied that the treatment is early enough and it is just rising or ascending from the base, it is $10 per square foot. If it is in the roof, it is $10 per square foot. And we must remember that the roof overhang is usually about 4 or so feet longer than the base of the structure. So questions have been asked that competitors have measured their home. It is 40 by 30, and we have said it is 42 by 32 or 44 by 34, and this is because we are factoring the overhang. Once again, we cannot treat the base of a house and tell you that the termites have to return to the ground. That happens only in North American climates where it is too cold to remain above ground. So the environment does not favor nesting in walls or in roofs. It is not so, unfortunately, in Jamaica. Our environment favors nesting in roofs and walls. So naturally termites will want to construct galleries closer to the source of food. They are not going to construct a gallery 13 or 14 feet away from a roof if they find nesting favorable right inside the roof. We have perfect examples that you can log on to our website and see. The average home of 1200 square feet or so, providing it is a single floor, will run anywhere from $24,000 to $34,000 based on measurement. So we need to take all the variables into consideration. We are able to do a closer inspection once treatment has started, and we can appraise you of the exact cost of the treatment once the treatment has started, because that is when most things start to be unraveled, as you will see in some of the videos that you are able to access here on YouTube. Thank you very much.